is a classic Bolognese sauce. We start with olive oil and butter with carrot, celery, and onion. I can't make a sauce without garlic. Cooking gently in EVOO and butter as it's getting sweet and literally kind of turning into this delicious sweet mush. So once we get through this stage, the slow cooking of vegetables over moderate heat, this is on medium-low, by the way, I put in the stems of parsley. I always save these for stock. And 1 bay leaf. And 1 pound of ground beef. You can use all beef or a mixture of beef and pork. Again, with the beef, just like with the vegetables, do not let it brown. Traditionally, Bolognese sauce cooks over about 3 hours, low and slow. When the pot starts to get too dry, water is added to keep the mixture moist as it slow cooks together. For me, I like to add a little stock, chicken or vegetable, or beef, doesn't matter. And this is my secret ingredient. I put this in any soup or slow cooking sauce. A big chunk of Parmigiano Reggiano rind. I keep these, I collect them in my freezer, and every time I make soup or a slow cooked Italian dish, I drop it in. So once the pink color leaves this, you add a full cup of full fat milk. When it gets to that point and all of the liquid is absorbed, we are going to add a cup of white wine. Then you need to let all of that liquid completely absorb back into the meat, and then you can add your tomatoes and start adding little additions of water and cook it low and slow for 3 hours. In the case of Bolognese sauce, it is a meat sauce, but it's buttery, and it's often paired with egg pasta. So Tagliatelle, which is what I have here, a thinner cut, like a thin fettuccine, or a pappardelle, big wide ribbons for this sauce, so that's what we serve. So when we cook pastas, we bring our water to a full boil first, so that when we add our salt, our coarse salt, it doesn't sink to the bottom and scar the pot. The salt will be dissolved instantly because the water is at a full rolling boil. You liberally season this. You want the water to have flavor. When the pasta is done and the starch from the pasta is cooked into the water, we take that salty water and we reserve it, and then remove the pasta with a spider or put it into a colander or a strainer. Always cook the pasta at least 1 minute less than the package directions for al dente or to the tooth, to the bite, because it's going to continue to cook when you're doing that process of marrying pasta to sauce. In this pot over here, we have the wine cooking into our meat. It got fully absorbed. Then I added 1 15-ounce can, very little tomato in this sauce. Little bit of tomato in the sauce, and we want to cook out all that liquid. When that liquid starts to get absorbed and the sauce is really shrunk down, that's when we add in our Parmigiano rind, that beautiful stock, that flavorful stock. So this is our undercooked egg pasta, tagliatelle. This is our Bolognese, our very slow cooked, bubbly meat and vegetable based sauce. It's been slow cooking all afternoon here at the show in our culinary kitchen. In our back kitchen with our culinary department. Our kids kept a beautiful eye on it for me. And they just kept adding a little bit of that magic liquid that tastes like Parmigiano Reggiano cheese. This is why we undercook our pasta, because we have to marry all of the pasta with all of the sauce. Nothing drives me more crazy than naked pasta with a blob in the middle. It's horrible. Don't ever do that. It's horrible. It should be illegal. And then we're gonna add some Parmigiano Reggiano, grated, of course, to mix it in with the sauce. We're gonna put this into the bowl. And then pour that down over the top. And we like a little extra cheese. Finely chopped Italian parsley. There you go. Done.